Afternoon, YouTube. I've been doing quite a bit of thinking after picking up these UPSs for bugger all. I've got this rack mount 36 volt 1200 VA one, so it should do 1000 watts constant. 1500 VA I think. Should do 1000 watts constant. I've got another HP one that's about the same rating. I've got another one that's about 800 watts. First thing I need to do is work out whether I can run the outlets of these together to create more power in one output, or whether the frequencies will fight from them being generated. Next thing I have to do is connect up all of these. Now these are 225 amp 2 volt, obviously lead acid cells. Now, as you can see, I've got 18 of them, so put them in a line, I've got 36 volts. I've currently got them set up for 12 volts. There's our forklift battery charger here that I've been using to keep them up when the little solar panel's not big enough. It's only a 40 watt solar panel. So, theory being, I'll have about 225 amp hour of capacity on a good day at 36 volts before these units start playing up. When they get down to about 32, they start beeping and carrying on. You can't stop them beeping. You can silence them before that. There's a little silence button. So I'm in talks with a fella in Victoria at the moment, Wodonga, sorry, New South Wales, who's got a quantity of ASIC Bitcoin miners, and basically they're something that you want to keep going constantly. So like an uninterruptible power supply onto them is an excellent idea, because you really want them going all day, every day that you can keep them going. The more time they're up, the more chance they got of finding you, mining your coin. The more money you make. So my thoughts are, if I can get a couple more solar panels, which I can get hold of easy. Dad's got a few that I can have. He's got a couple of 200 watt ones. So a couple more solar panels to keep this pack nice and charged, and to utilise, this pack's not doing anything at the moment. I guess used to run this thermoelectric car fan to blow the heat out of my shed and some cold air past the compressor on a hot sunny day in the tin shed. And the inverter was on there, but I've pulled the inverter off to fix the socket on the 240 volt side, so it's on the workbench at the moment. Otherwise it gets used for backup power. I just keep them charged and full of liquid and we're right. But I'd much rather utilise them as a UPS for a Bitcoin mine, or even as an option that I can turn the mains off to the couple of UPSs every now and again, and use up a bit of the stored energy. It's probably not a big deal to be able to cut into one of these lines on each of the UPSs and put a decent relay or switch there. So when you have them on mains, it just bypasses through the switchgear of this to the miners, which will probably be set up in here when I get the car out. Set the couple of miners up out here, so that the mains doesn't charge the battery pack unless I need it to, so that can be isolated from there. And then when you go to switch over, you turn that back on, which will probably bring the charger in this on to make sure they're topped off, but then it'll also have this reconnected so that it's got backup supply, and then I turn the mains off. So I need to know how long my Bitcoin miners will run off this pack. Now, just with the calculator, I've worked out that it's approximately 9 kilowatt hours. For storage. Obviously that's Obviously that's 9 kilowatt hours on a good day. Everything correct, everything right. So 400 watts solar panels, 440 watts of solar panels. I'm going to get a kilowatt out of the sun every 2.5 hours. So every couple of days in summer I'll be able to turn the mains off for a while, pending these working together. So that's the next experiment. I've got to make these UPSs work together with either a common output or enough of an output to run the mining rigs. I believe the ones I'm looking at pull about 1600 watts, 1700 watts, somewhere there. I need to work out whether I go that way or I go a massive quantity of USB size ones to make up the difference, and a massive 50 port USB power hub that I'll make out of a PSU. So I just want to utilise these and a bit of the sun while it's sunny in summer. The other thing I'll have to do is run some kind of cooling or at least heat extraction in the shed to keep the airflow past the miners. Probably have to block off this skylight, laser light up here. But yeah, that's my plan, to use some solar for a bit of Bitcoin mining, turn the sunshine into a few dollars for me, it'd be lovely, and use these things for a bit because they don't get any use at the moment, and make use of all these UPSs I've got. So yeah, penny for your thoughts. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. My alternative option to using a bit of sunshine is I've got off-peak power, which is 10 cents a kilowatt hour cheaper than normal power. Usable to me, so that's another option. Increases your profit margin, I suppose. I wouldn't mind having the miners inside during winter because it gets freaking cold here, and to utilise a bit of the waste heat that comes off the actual units would be good. Yeah, like, it's just going to be blowing nice warm air out of them constantly, depending on the style of miner that I get. Some of them are a bit noisy, but others are fairly quiet and just emit a fair bit of heat. So it's not about being tight and trying to save energy, it's more about just trying to re-utilise the energy that's getting sheer wasted. Like, I've got to do something with the heat anyway. The heat's a pain, really. Ideally I'd love to have some water cooled miners and a heat exchanger. Imagine a pile of miners there, a heat exchanger. On the other side of this wall is my pool. Heat exchanger into the pool, keeps the miners cool, keeps the pool warm. It's a win for everybody. But yeah, like I say, penny for your thoughts. Any ideas or any videos you think I should go and watch, if you can link them for me in the comments, that'd be awesome. But yeah, this is one of the next things we're going to be doing. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya.